talkSPORT breakfast. Jake Paul will take on... I'm not happy with this story, by the way. Jake Paul will take on WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis. Sorry.
Gervonta Davis. Yeah.
Gervonta Davis, an exhibition fight in Atlanta. He's tiny compared to Jake Paul. This is going to be 14th of November in Georgia. Davis's title will not be on the line because of the huge gulf in weight between the two men. And talkSPORT's fight pundit Spencer Oliver is not a fan of this one.
Well, Ring Magazine have actually released it, so that's pretty strong evidence that this fight is going to happen. So I think the negotiations with Anthony Joshua have broken down, and I think that was down to broadcasting rights, who would get that with Anthony Joshua being on DAZN. Obviously, Jake Paul is on Netflix, and that's probably where the problem was. So I think that fight is sort of like dead and buried in the water. And we get Gervonta Davis, man, like you guys said it. He's a 135-pound world champion, lightweight world champion. The guy's my height. He's 5'5", and Jake Paul is a cruiserweight. You know, he walks around at sort of like 15 stone. So, and it's an exhibition. So, look, if you buy into that, then yeah, fine. But it's not one for me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? Okay, let's get our boxing side of it, because Gab and I are football. We're joined now by this man. Here we go. You just heard the Doncaster De La Hoya, Dave the White Rhino. Dave's latest knockout win over Johnny Fisher, that was live in DAZN a few months ago now. He's preparing for his upcoming fight against, I don't know how to describe this guy, a tough Russian fighter, Makhmudov, on the 11th of October in Sheffield, which is also live on DAZN. Is this not the guy that fights or spars with bears?
I've seen the video.
With bears?
Yeah, he has a proper little wrestle with bears, and the bear obviously stands up.
Sort of bears, panda bears?
The proper big bears.
Actually, you shouldn't say panda bear, because panda is a bear.
Yes.
So it should be pandas, not panda bear.
But Dave Allen's not a bear.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm delighted to say Dave joins us now. Dave, a very good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
Morning, mate. How you doing?
I'm good. By the way, Dave, he might be sparring with bears, but crikey and Donny in the pubs on a Friday night. You fought harder than bears, didn't you? Jesus.
Yeah, well, he can wrestle with bears, but he's never been punched by a rhinoceros, has he yet? So we'll have to see.
He's training this fight, but fighting against real bears. This is true. People are going, no chance. Do you reckon this guy, could he be the toughest of your opponents so far, do you reckon?
I don't think he's the best that I've faced. I've faced a few Olympic medalists, a few world title challengers, but I think he's probably the most dangerous. Maybe not the best boxer, he might not be the most technical, but he hits really hard, he's really big and strong, so yeah, I think it's the most dangerous task I've faced, but he may be not the best fighter I've been in with.
Whereabouts is the fight, Dave? Where are you fighting him?
He's still at Sheffield Arena,
right?
Headlining in Sheffield, which is like my local arena. So yeah, it's a big night for me.
He won his last fight, didn't you, Dave, against Ricardo Brown, and 20 wins, 19 KOs he's got. So like you says, he is dangerous. How's the training gone for you ahead of this fight?
Yeah, it's been good. He's put a bit of fear in me, to be honest. I have had a bit of genuine fear. I've been stopped, but I've never been on the canvas ever as a pro or amateur. So, and I'd like to keep it that way, really. Yep. I'm not on anyone's highlight reel. You see highlight reels of all the fighters I face. I'm not on any of them, and I'd like to keep it that way. So yeah, training has gone up a notch. For the Fisher rematch, I did weigh a little bit heavy. So for this one, if I cut any corners, there's a good chance I'll get beat in bad fashion. So it has really perked me up a little bit. I've been training a tiny bit harder. I've been eating a whole lot better and resting, and I think I'm looking at a career best performance.
Good man. Let's move on top of this big news of the day. Cruiserweight Jake Paul And WBA lightweight world champion Gervonta Davis will step in the ring together in an exhibition in Atlanta, November 14. For context, the top weight for cruiserweight sits at 90.7 kilos, while the heaviest a lightweight can be is 61.2. Dave, this is surely I know it's an exhibition, but this is a mismatch, surely. It's ridiculous.
I'm not a fan of exhibitions as it is. I think if we're doing exhibitions, if there have to be a thing, let it be a thing for retired fighters. Let them move around. Fair enough. We want to see the old legends go at it one more time. When you have a lightweight, possibly the best lightweight in the world, possibly a pound for pound top 10, why is he wasting his time doing exhibitions? Gervonta Davis, I think, will flatten Jake Paul if they was at it properly. I know there's a 65-pound weight differential. I know he's probably nearly a foot taller. Gervonta Davis would knock Jake Paul out. So I know it's all about the money for a lot of these guys, but Gervonta Davis should be having a rematch with Lamont Roach. Jake Paul should be fighting some decent cruiserweights to see how good he can be. They're just clearly both in it for the money, and if that's what they're doing it for, fair play to them. But I think it's farcical, and I won't be watching.
Yeah,
I think as well for fighting fans. I mean, I heard Adam Cattrall talking about it, and he was so frustrated that Gervonta Davis should be in a proper fight, but because he's going to get paid more for a fight against Jake Paul, exhibition fight, boxing fans are missing out on seeing Gervonta Davis fight a top boxer.
Yeah, Gervonta Davis should be having the rematch with Lamont Roach. Jake Paul's fought two professional boxers in the prime years. One, I don't think was very good. The other one, he got beat by Tommy Fury, who's never been proven beyond area title level. So it's farcical for both, really. They're both showing that money is the be-all and end-all for them in terms of boxing. Gervonta Davis has already been and obviously achieved more than I could dream of, but I just think, yeah, it just shows that money is obviously the number one, importance to them over credentials and over, Gervonta Davis actually could have a legacy,
Mm-hmm.
And really, yeah, I just think it's farcical, when I saw it, I thought, is this some kind of joke?
Mm.
Exhibitions should be for the retired old legends. If people want to see it, great. It's not my cup of tea, but if you want to see it, great.
Yeah.
But having a prime world-class lightweight in with an area title cruiserweight just because he's a famous YouTuber, so it's nonsense, I think.
Yeah. Dave, what about Moses Itauma? Just dispatching Dillian White. Where does Moses go from here?
I think he's probably the best prospect I've seen in my time in boxing. He looks to have it all: speed, power, his athleticism. He's a big, strong lad as well. Only 20 years of age. I still think there's a way to go. I think the Dillian White he faced is not the Dillian White we saw him with Parker, Rivas. So I still think there's a few levels to go till he gets to the top. But I wouldn't be in a rush to put him with Usyk if he was my fighter and I was looking after him. It wouldn't be Usyk next. It wouldn't be Parker. It wouldn't be Caballero. I think they're still a little bit away. He still needs to go the rounds. It's not about getting hit on the chin. I don't want to see him get hit on the chin. I want to see him go 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds and have to go the rounds, have to face a bit of adversity. So I would hopefully a Hrgovic, a Franklin, Honey. I think they're the fights he needs next. But I wouldn't be against him with the real big guys and seeing how good he actually could be. But if it was me personally, I'd rein him in a tiny bit.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
Yes,
and I think that's great advice. Yes. I do. Dave, listen, next fight, good luck against this fella, this Russian, October the 11th. Well done, Dave. We'll speak soon, mate. Keep the training going. Lovely. Thank you.
Mate. Cheers, Gabby.
Okay, right, so there you go. It's a farce, isn't it? Coming up, Ali has bottled it. He's still sulking after Rangers losing to Bruges. And reports tell us this morning Gabby's been sacked by talkSPORT's live football team after his commentary at Villa Park at the weekend. It wasn't that bad, Gab. I heard a bit.
There's no chances. What do you want to do?
We'll bring you confirmation. Well, you got to explain why there's no chances, Gab.
Because they can't kick the ball to each other.
Well, no, there's more to it than that. Come on. Come on, Gab.
No way.
We'll bring you confirmation of that around 9:45 this morning.